Hi, welcome to High Functioning Family. Today we're starting our video series on how to break the habit of being a super mom. Margarita's going to start with her blog that she wrote for us.
Just a few weekends ago, my husband went away on a weekend with my son, and for some reason, I was having a really hard time letting go. I tend to micromanage stuff like most moms do, and I have to admit, I'm a little bit of a control junkie. Even though I probably complain about it, I want to be the one who's kind of taking care of everything. I guess most moms might feel that way. So I was inspired to write a blog about what I learned over the weekend and how it really was hard for me, but letting go freed me to, and my family, to learn something and move on.
So how do we let go, right? Because it's easier said than done. So Margarita came up with some great tips on what she did to let go. The first one being?
The first one was really, again, my husband was taking my son, and it was reminding myself of who my husband is. This great person that I obviously chose to marry, knowing he was going to be a great dad, and allowing myself to trust him, knowing that he was going to take great care of my son, even if I wasn't there, and just letting that go and having faith that it was all going to be okay.
So, trusting your spouse, absolutely, right? We have to do that. We work together to raise these beautiful children. The next thing that you came up with was
reminding yourself of. I always think about both my son and my daughter, and how I don't want them to struggle the way I do to ask for help. I want them to be able to do that with ease. I want them to trust that others who they care for and love and respect are going to be there to help them and support them through, whatever come good and bad, especially going through with the struggles. And how am I going to get them to do that? How am I going to teach them to do that if I'm struggling with it? What Jolene and I always share with everybody that we work with is we are our children's best models, right? We want our children to do something, we have to model it ourselves. So I really had to embrace that and trust, so my children will learn to trust and ask for help and let go.
Great. So remembering to ask for help ourselves so that we model for our children that it's okay to ask for help when they need it. The third one that you came up with.
So the third one would be that we work really hard as parents. And for the most part, we really try to do our best to instill all of these values and, things in our children, morals and respect. And how are they going to learn how to do that? How are they going to learn how to implement it in real world settings, like how to be safe and, how to take care of themselves? They're going to learn to do that by us letting go.
Absolutely. So the third one being have faith in our parenting, right?
Yep.
It's something that we work so hard on. So having faith that it's going to pay off with our children.
Exactly.
And the fourth and last thing that you came up with?
So it really ties into it all is, remember, there's no better learning experience. You can talk about it all you want than actually doing it. And that goes for all of us. So, in this situation with my husband going away for the weekend with my son, we knew it was coming. And I probably spiraled these crazy thoughts in my head of, oh my God, what could go wrong? Till it actually came. It actually came, and I let go, and I trusted him, and it was great. They had a great time. My son had an awesome adventure. My daughter happened to go to a sleepover, and I had a mommy weekend to myself, which ended up being awesome once I let go. Because if I didn't, I would have spent the whole weekend in nerves and just stressing out and not enjoying myself. So I trusted.
Great. Well, thanks for those tips, Margarita. And we thank you for joining us. And we will be back with our session 2 on how to break those supermom habits. We're a high functioning family. Thanks. Keep watching.